Hello everybody, welcome to our practice. We're going to continue with our side bending and our twisting sequences today. Carrying on from last week, I'd like you to lie down first. Lie down and get comfy. Just take some time to arrive, to settle. Especially if it's been a busy day or a busy week. Shut your eyes. Take a few breaths. Look inwards. And feel with the next breath you can close the door in your mind on everything that's been going on today, this week, and give yourself this special time, because nobody wants anything from you for now. Nobody needs you. This is time put aside for you. Take time to settle in with the breath. Settle into the support of your mat. Feel your spine lengthening all the way from the base to the crown. Feeling tall. We're exploring the sidelines of the body today. I'm going to work with side bending and twists and explore some hard to reach areas of the back body. We're usually pushing ourselves to take a deeper forward or backward bend. But let's learn to move and open the sidelines of the body today and change our habits. Side bending helps us to explore new angles and learn to move and open outside our boundaries. Helps to change our perspective. So as you settle into the support of your mat, feel your breath moving the body. And feel the breath filling the front of the lungs. And feel the breath moving into the back of the lungs. And then feel the breath moving particularly into the sides of the lungs, filling up the sides of the lungs. And see if you can notice the movement of the breath in the back body now. Especially that hard to reach area just between the shoulders. And gradually let this focus on the breath go and start to wiggle fingers and toes, start to move, have a little stretch out. And then we'll all stretch together with the breath. So as you breathe in, it's a nice full body stretch. Float your arms back, point your fingers and toes. And as you breathe out, curl the toes up towards you and let the arms relax down by the side. So you're breathing in, stretching through the sides of the body, a big stretch. And breathing out, the arms float down. Toes curl up, open up the back of the knees. Do 4 more nice and slowly in your own time. Keep the shoulders soft. Just synchronizing breath and movement. creating space. More space for your breath. More space for your body. Maybe more space for your brain. And relax the shoulders. Put the feet on the mat. We're coming into a posture called Banana Asana. So you're going to lift your sitting bones up and shift your hips over to your right. And then start to ease the upper body over to the left. And I haven't got a lot of room behind me. You might be short of room at home, but I'm going to reach my arms back. If this doesn't feel good, leave them down by the side. And you could fold your arms from here and ease over towards your left. Or your left hand could grab your right wrist for a stretch all the way down the right side. As you walk your feet over to the left corner of the mat and straighten the legs now. And it might be rather nice to take the right leg over the left to get a little bit more juicy stretch through the right side of the body, like a nice ripe banana. But if this isn't right for you, you don't have to cross the legs. So you could even take the left foot over the right, and that sort of locks the stretch in a little bit here. Let's take some nice deep breaths here into the side of the body. So you can make this lovely sort of banana shaped curve through the spine. Side bends bring balance to the entire body. Opening up the ribs and stretching the muscles between the ribs really helps us to have a better posture. It improves our posture. When our postures improve, that can help to ease any tension or tightness in the neck and shoulders. So take some nice deep breaths into the right lung now, making space here. Shoulders are soft. Stay with the breath. Maybe shut your eyes and see what this feels like. Take 3 more breaths. Well done. And then release that. Release the arms down by the side. Come to semi-supine in the middle of your mat. Lift your sitting bones up and shift them over to your left. So do the other side. Ease your other body over to your right. Reach your arms up and either fold them or the right hand and take the left wrist. If you haven't got room, just fold your arms. I'm a bit short of space here. That's it. Just so we can open up the left ribs and walk your feet over to the right corner of your mat. Stretch your legs out and take your left foot over your right or your right foot over your left. Just get comfy and make that nice curvy banana shape. Breathing into the left lung now, making space between the left ribs. So opening up the rib cage, opening up the lungs, so beneficial for your breath, helping us to take a more effective breath here. Beneficial if you've got colds or if you suffer with asthma or any other respiratory conditions. Breathe well. Just allow yourself to soften. Relaxing into the pose. And when we stretch through the sidelines of the body, we're stretching the oblique abdominal muscles. And stretching our digestive organs. So 3 more breaths. See if you can make your banana a bit more juicy. Well done, fabulous. Bring the arms down by the side. Just come and rest in the middle and Feel the rebound of that pose. A couple of breaths there. Allow yourself to soften. And draw your knees into your chest. And we'll do little circles to massage the back. And as you start to make the circles bigger, you feel a circle in your low back. And hopefully a slightly smaller circle mid to upper back. And maybe some resonance of the movement between the shoulders and the back of the head. Let's go the other way. And then you might just put your feet down, come onto your side and come up to your mat. Or you might do some little spinal rolls here to massage the spine. That might feel nice. Keep the chin tucked in. And then rolling up. Shift you towards the back of the mat. Come onto your side, come onto hands and knees. A little bit towards the back of the mat here. We're warming up the spine. The inhale, the exhale, the cat-cow. Nice undulating movements here. What I call superfood for your spine. A nice flow from the tailbone to the crown of the head. So if the muscles around the spine are tight or crunchy, these movements really help to ease out the muscles and ligaments that run up and down the spine. Help to create space between our vertebrae and nourish the discs. They help to stimulate the production of synovial fluid to lubricate our joints. Carry on. Go slower, breathe slower. Even shut the eyes. Creating space. Come to a nice neutral spine. Take your knees apart. Take your sitting bones back to your heels and bend your elbows. So let's take your elbows over to the right side of your mat. Push down with your right sitting bone, push down with your right elbow. And start to creep the left fingers away. Push down through the left hip. So you might stretch through the left side eventually, maybe come up on fingertips. And then you could turn your ribs, your chest, and you could look under your left armpit. And you could creep the fingers away a bit more. Breathing into the left ribs, opening up the left lung. You might even lift the fingertips off and make this a wee bit more juicier. Place your fingers down and then tuck the chin in and round the back and cut back the spine. Cut back round the shoulders. Collarbone faces the floor. Round the back. Breathe between the shoulder blades. Getting to that hard to reach area between the shoulder blades. Let's come to the centre. Let's walk to the other side and do it exactly the same. Press down with the left elbow, the left sitting bone. Start to creep the right fingers away, making space, maybe coming on fingertips. And then you can start to spin your ribs, your heart towards the right. And maybe walk the fingertips away a bit more. Breathe well into the side body, creating space here. Maybe coming up on fingertips. A bit more stretch there, well done. And take the hand down and round the backs. Stretch between the shoulder blades, tuck the chin in, turn the collarbone area towards the floor, while still spinning the ribs towards the right. And come to the centre. And come into a little ball here. You have the knees together or apart. You can take your head in your hands. Relax for a few breaths. Breathing in between the shoulders. Breathing out. Softening into the hips. Letting go here. And this is a quote here from Mr. Iyengar, famous yoga teacher, Mr. Iyengar. Mental and physical limitations. We know we've reached our mental and physical limitations when we feel very uncomfortable in some parts of our body and our mind doesn't work as it should. This is where yoga comes in to help ease the symptoms we feel from these limitations. Yoga improves flexibility that can help increase your limits in responding to things and approaching what's happening around us. And that's from Mr. BKS Iyengar. Take a couple more breaths. And then you just come onto your hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Stretch them out. Push back a bit. Give a nice big spread out and a bit of a wiggle there. Use your big toe to stretch your other toes out, making space between our toes. And then it's a good foundation to come onto hands and knees. Lift the knees. Lift up high into your first down dog of the practice. And you could just stay there and marinate there and stretch it out. Or you could take a walk. Do what feels good for you. Let your neck relax. Press down through the base of the fingers and the thumb, hardly any crease in your wrists. And as you press down with your hands, your sitting bones might lift higher and you make more space through your spine. Enjoy this symmetrical posture. Feel the stretch through both sides of the body. Lift the heels high. Lift your right leg high. Draw the knees through and round the back. Let's come again. Lift the leg high. Draw the knee through and round the back. Lift the leg high. Draw the knee through, let it hover. Help your foot through. Outer hand, outer right hand. And then we'll just move backwards and forwards here and stretch through the legs. Stretch the back of the legs. The hamstrings, the front of the thigh. Preparing our legs for our practice. Take extra padding if you need it behind that left knee and then hold this. And maybe have a little wiggle there through the hips. Keep the knees soft. Drop through the thigh. Curl the toes up towards you. Hold on, bend the knee. Check you're comfortable. Maybe walk the foot out of it. Check your balance. Take your hands to your thigh. Lift your heart. I'm going to open up into our crescent moon back bend, Anjaneyasana. Take a few deep breaths into the space of the heart. Feel the breath into the side of the ribs, into the side of the lungs. Take your hands to a prayer and just see if we can give the back of the neck a tickle. So we open up to the sidelines of the body a little bit more here. You could even imagine there's a hand behind your shoulders supporting you. I'm just going to rest my right elbow on my right side. Reach my left arm out, palm is up. Take a lateral stretch here. Breathe well. You can turn the palm up, you can look up. Some of you may even get your hand to the earth, or you might have a little block or something to rest your hand on. I've got the carpet here rolled up, which is quite good really. Breathe well into the left side of the body, creating that space. And doesn't it feel nice to open up the sides of the body? It's something we don't usually do. All we do really is bend forward. We don't take back bends, side bends, twist very often in our daily life. Reach your left arm forward, place it to the earth or make a fist or rest it on something. Take your right hand to your thigh, so a familiar one here, and you start to look over the right shoulder. You might even lift up and take a little twist here. Nice deep breaths, and even turning the pinky fingers towards the back of the head. We'll open up the shoulders a bit more. Feel a lovely stretch through the left front thigh and open that right knee as much as you like. Circle down. Tuck the toes under, down dog again. So some nice resting breaths here. Keeping the knees soft, drawing up through the thighs. Remember to push down with the hands, especially the base of the fingers and the thumb. A nice stretch through the sides of the body as you lift your hips higher. Lift up under the armpits. So some of you might come onto your knees for this. Some of you will stay in down dog. I do it on my knees this time. So you lift the leg and you round the back, forehead and you squeeze them. And again. And one more. Draw the knee in. And you help it through. Great. So hands inner left foot. And we'll come to this little bit of a rocking and rolling here. So you might need padding for that right knee. It can be a bit tough on the old knee, can't it? Give a nice stretch into that right front thigh. See if you can sink a little bit deeper. I love these lungy postures because it's so strengthening for our legs and our hips, and also a lovely heart opening posture that we're coming into now. So lovely straight spine, lengthening out the pelvis, firm the belly, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back, then open up your back bend. Some nice deep breaths into the space of the heart. And you can look up or not, it doesn't matter. But if you look up, keep the neck beautifully long. Let's take our prayer hands and see if we can give the back of the neck a little bit of a tickle there. As you stretch under the armpits, feel that space through the side ribs even more. Rest your left elbow very lightly. Open up your right arm to the side, the palm is up. Then we come over and we can come into this side stretch here. You might need to walk the foot out to the side a bit if the balance is wobbly. Nice deep breaths into the right lung. Feel that space you make as you lengthen out the waist. And some will even get the hands down and make this a bit more juicier. And then reach up and come forward and take your hand down in a foot, rest on a block or make a fist. And take a look over to the left, what's going on there. So get this twist, belly, ribs, chest. And then if it's right for you, open up. Turn the pinky fingers towards the back of the hand. Slide the shoulder down the back. And that's lovely. Let's tuck the toes under. Down dog. So from here, we're going to come onto our knees, and some of you will just come on, then the others come onto your tummy. Some will lift the sitting bones, knees, chest, chin, 8-point touch, and slide onto your tummy. Take your hands just in front of your shoulders, keep the neck long, take the legs apart if that feels better, or turn the big toes towards each other. Do some little rises, lifting the hands off. If this is too much, stay in Sphinx. I'd just like you to feel this between your shoulders. It's where your bra strap is, ladies. That's the bit we're trying to strengthen. And you will feel it further down the back probably, but if it's pulling or it's not feeling good, leave this one and stay in Sphinx. Next in line with the spine, tummy's nice and firm. And next time you come up, stay there. Take your hands down, either take the elbows down into Sphinx or hold your version of a big cobra or a little cobra. Breathe in, draw the chest, breathe out, lengthen the spine. With that lovely curve of the spine at the back of the heart. Tummy nice and firm to support your low back. And maybe you'll take a look over your left shoulder, see if you can see your right heel. Over your right shoulder, see if you can see your left heel. Well done. Come all the way down. Take a little moment. Either rest here or come up again. Palms up. Sweep the arms round and come into snake. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Have a little wiggle here. And some of you lift the legs up. 3 to 5 breaths. 1. Keep those legs strong. Well done. Take your hands under your shoulders. Take a nice big stretch back. Stretch out your back. Have a little wiggle here. Take a few breaths to relax. Maybe just curl up into a little ball and allow yourself to soften. Breathe in between your shoulders. Breathe out, relax your low back. Come up slowly into kneeling. So in our last practice, we were practicing the half moon balance, which I know a lot of you find challenging. I'd like to do it on hands and knees to start with. And then that's always an option when we do the full one. Come onto your hands and knees. Particularly push down with the right hand. You might even want to make a fist. Nice firm tummy. Check this room behind you if you're at home. And can you stretch your left leg away? Push your heel away. Keep the tummy nice and firm. Next in line with the spine for now. And that might be just enough for you today. Some of you will externally rotate the hip. The inner foot faces the floor. So you might need to just turn your right foot out towards the edge of the mat for balance. And how about pushing down with the right hand into the mat and seeing if you can lift that left hand off and then putting it on your hip or wrapping it around your back. That's an option. Keep that leg lifted and stay with it. So we're starting to externally rotate this hip and this shoulder. And then some of you will be able to lift the arm off. So it's like a baby half moon, isn't it? And we could even spin our ribs and chest and look up. Okay. But if this is too much today, you can always do this with a foot on the mat. Take it down like that. Oh, all right, you choose where you want to be. We'll take 5 breaths. Keep the tummy firm. 4. And breathing in and out. Either take a rest or we can sort of bow shape the spine. Nice droopy posture here. And you might even turn and round the back, and turn your collarbone towards the mat and stretch out through the shoulder. So a droopy half moon. So I found when I'm doing this, my legs dropping. Lift it up if yours is. I know it's a toughie. Keep the tummy firm, but it's beautifully strengthening. Let's take 2 more breaths if you're still there. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out softly. Come down. Well done. Ready to do the other side? I'll turn around. So the good thing about yoga, there's always have to drink a moment. There's always stages that you can go to. You never have to do the full thing, you know that. Push down with your left hand. Stretch your right leg back, firm up the tummy. Some of you will lift the leg off like that, and that might be enough. Put the weight on the left hand. Externally rotate the hip maybe. And then we might even sort of externally rotate the shoulder by putting the hand on your hip or even wrapping it round. That might be enough. You might lift your right arm up. Breathe well. Some of you can do it like that. Keep pushing down with a supporting hand. Keep that leg well lifted. It's nice and strengthening. Firm up the tummy muscles. Keep smiling. And then a lovely droopy half moon here. Opening up the sides of the ribs, spinning the heart, looking under the armpit. And you might even turn the collarbone towards the mat and stretch out that hard to reach area between the shoulders. Keep the balance, stay with it. Keep that leg lifted. 2 more breaths. Breathing in slowly. Breathing out slowly. Breathing in soft and deep. Breathing out softly. Well done. Come down. Curl into a little ball. And rest in Balasana, the child. Relax. Relax your fingers, your wrists. You might want to circle them a bit while you rest here. Allow yourself to soften. So this is a quote from Living the Practice by Swami Radhananda. We are familiar with moments of freedom, but we also know how it feels to be stuck, as though there's obstacles in our way. We can feel imprisoned by limitations. Limitations sometimes manifest on a physical level. Inflexibility appears in our body, or a rigidity in our mind. We keep bumping into ourselves, other people and things. Sometimes nothing seems to work. It feels as if clouds are hanging over us and we've lost our potential. The goal of yoga is liberation from limitation. When you practice yoga, a stiff and inflexible body will stretch, release and relax. In the same way, if you use the other tools of yoga, you will open your mind and widen your perception. From Living the Practice by Swami Radhananda. So when you feel you've had a little bit of a rest there, come onto your hands and knees. Take another down dog. Let's hold it for 5. So it's nice here to feel a symmetrical pose. Lengthening through both sides of the body equally, lengthening the neck. Keep the knees soft but drop through the thighs. then step your right foot through, step your left foot through. Keep your knees soft, bend the knees, come into a chair posture. So we can do a little balance here, and I thought we'd get the half moon balance over first. If you want to take a block, do. If you need one, take one and just put it in front of your right foot. Okay. So from here, come back to your chair, squeeze your knees and thighs together, and then from here, thinking about our balance, I'm just going to come in. I'm going to lift that left foot off. I'm going to hold around the shin. So a preliminary balance. Root down through the right foot. Stand beautifully tall. Draw the knee in more. And then can you lift up your arms? And I'm going to open up that left knee. And I'm going to come into an air. This is called air tree. 3 breaths here. You lift the knee higher. That's 1, 2. And very daintily and gracefully slide that left knee behind the right for Om Namah Shivaya. Salutations to Shiva. I bow to the universal consciousness, that means. We're all one. And it might be nice then to come on the outer edge of your left foot, right hand on right hip, and open up through the left side of the body. So if you can't see me very well, it's like that. Open up that right arm. Creating some space here. Well done, a big stretch up. I want you to bend the knees more, to fold forward here. Take a couple of breaths in a forward bend. And then I'm going to take that left foot back behind the right and stretch it back. So we're going to come into our standing splits. This is your stage 1, and you might be perfectly happy to stay there. That might be quite enough for today. Some of you are going to do what you did kneeling. Some of you will come into kneeling now and just do it on hands and knees, which is perfectly good. Can you externally rotate the hip? So remember, you can do this on hands and knees like we've just done. And push down with your right hand, or take it on your block or your support. And that might be enough. How about trying to lift the left hand off and take it on the left hip and roll the shoulder back, so you're externally rotating that hip and shoulder, and then you might be able to reach the other arm. And it's always a wobbly old one. You might be able to look up. The palm faces away from you, the shoulders are stacked. Keep that right knee soft, but draw up through the thigh. Keep the tummy firm. Stay with the breath. It's got a bit of a shelf life, hasn't it? How about coming to this nice droopy half moon? I might even rest my fingers on the settee. Helps to balance me. And look under the armpit. Making space. Can you externally rotate the hip more? And then you can cut back. Turn the collarbone towards the floor. 3 nice breaths here. 1, 2, 3. Very well done. Turn the toes towards the floor. Take your hands down. Just step to the front of your mat. Keep your knees soft. Relax in a nice forward bend. Let it go. Rest the ribs on the shelf of the thighs. Next long. Have a wiggle. I'm going to slowly come all the way up. Bring your hands to your heart. Well done. It's never an easy one. Let's do the other side. Good work. So from here, coming into your chair, squeeze the knees and thighs together. And the good news is, we're not going to hold this for long. We're going to lift up your right knee. Find a firm foundation. Soften the left knee. Remember to engage those tummy muscles. And sometimes the higher you reach, the more steady you get. And how about coming into this air tree? 3 breaths. 1. Lengthen out the waist. 2. Just slide your right leg. Ooh, the wobble. Big wobble there. The dog thinks it's quite funny. She's having a little bit of a tail wag there. Om Namah Shivaya. Salutations to Shiva. Don't worry about the wobbliness. Lots of days are wobbly. Come on the outer edge of the right foot. Opening up leg. Take your left hand to your left hip. So make space through the right side of the body. Keep that left knee bent. And then maybe open up here for a side bend. And reach up, hinging from the hips, keeping the front knee bent, back knee bent if you want to, come your forward bend. Take your right foot to the floor. Hang on there. And you're going to take the right foot back. Come into a standing split, lifting the right leg up, folding over, stage 1. Or doing it on hands and knees like we did before. Pushing down through the left hand maybe. Maybe you can externally rotate the right hip. That's it. Inner foot faces the floor. And see if you can lift the right hand up. Maybe take to the hip. It's just nice to wrap it around the back there. That might be nice. Working towards holding the left inner thigh. But some of you may be able to lift the left arm up and the palm faces away from you. And you can look up. That's a difficult one looking up, isn't it? That can be a bit dodgy, can't it? Keep spinning your heart. Nice firm tummy. And we may be able to even do a droopy half moon. Take the arm over by the ear. And you could still keep spinning your ribs, your chest, looking under the armpit. And working the fingers towards the floor maybe this time. Quite a long way to go, isn't it? And you may be able to round the back, C-shape the spine, cat shape the spine, collarbone out to the floor, stretch out between the shoulders. Well done. Come to a forward bend, bend the knees, hang out the remote. Relax. Slowly, slowly. Look up. Fold deeper. Look up again. Look down. Big inhale brings us all the way up. Take your hands to your heart. So have a drink or anything you need. And you are standing strength. So standing at the front of your mat. We're going to take your left leg back. Bend the right knee, square the hips off. Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Breathe well into the space of the heart, so the shoulders down the back. Keep that back leg strong, front knees over the ankle. Making a nice length through the front of the body. Take your hands to a prayer, just like you did before. Gives the back of the neck a tickle. You might even make a little shelf to rest your head in. So you can make a little bit more space through the front of the body. Keep lengthening the lumbar spine. Feel the space you created through the sides of the body. And from here we're going to reach up, bring the prayer hands, crown, brow, throat, heart. Open up into a big breath of joy. Take your hands to your hips. Straighten the front leg, but keep the knees soft. Put the hands on the sacrum. Come to a nice flat back. So you remember that you created all this length through the front of the body. Let's keep it while we forward bend. Let's keep the shoulders rolling back. Bend the knee and come up. Choose what mood you're going to take with your hands, your arms. You might just fold the arms behind you. That's rather nice. You might interlink the fingers, squeeze the shoulders back. You might do reverse prayer, some of you. Press the thumbs and fingers together. Open up. Some of you might even want to take your hands to the earth. But let's keep this nice length through the front of the body. Front knee soft as we hinge from the hips. Draw the left hip forward, right hip back. And you might just stay there, that might be enough. I forgot to say, you can just have your hands on your hips still. Or you might hinge from the hips and fold over into your pyramid, your side flank stretch. Push Vattanasana. Use the breath, breathe in length in the spine and breathe out, relax at the bottom of the breath. It's a lovely practice because you can't round the back here. You've got those nice flat back, legs through the sides and the front of the body, the legs strong. And then bend the front knee, take a rest. Just take a hand each side of the front foot, take a few breaths. I'm going to look at the left foot, I'm going to take it back a little bit here, like warrior two legs. Keep the right knee over the ankle and then just walk your hands to the corner of your mat. So we're in the one we did last week, we're in a warrior dog. Stretch it out. Warrior two legs, down dog body. You might even come on fingertips and creep away, legging through the sides of the body. Then how about creeping those right fingers even further forward and looking under the right armpit, spinning the right ribs the heart. Creating space as you push down with the feet. Super strong. Feel this in your hips. Keep spinning your heart, your ribs, and then cat shape the back, collarbone to the floor. I'm going to lift my right hand off and take it to my hip for stability. While I circle up gracefully, she says. You're coming to Virabhadrasana 2, your second warrior. Reach your arms from the centre. Sink a bit deeper. Just turn your palm towards the front and rest your wrist on your thigh. Just start to ease it out a bit. Turn your pinky fingers down, your palm faces the front, and then take your arm round the back, side and shoulder back, like a bound warrior two. And then we can reverse our warrior. So you can make this more of a back bend. You can make it as much of a back bend as you like. Let's keep that lovely space we've made through the right ribs. As we rest the elbow on the right thigh very gently. Keep the arm tucked round if that feels better, or reach the arm up. Take it over for the side stretch, Parsvanottanasana. Side angle posture. Breathe well into the sides of the body, creating space there. Do it beautifully. We can move in this. You could breathe in and breathe out. Don't do this if the shoulder's tight. And rest the elbow very lightly on the thigh. Well done. Just one more. Take it over, reach it back. Reverse your warrior. Straighten the front leg, which might be a release. Come back even more. Reach towards the front. Take your hand on your hip for stability or wrap it round. Let's find Trikonasana. So just wherever your right hand lands, roll the left shoulder back. Nice deep breaths into your triangle. Breathe in, lengthen the spine and breathe out. Just revolve a wee bit more here. Feel that space you've created through the sides of the body. Some of you might even hook the big toe or take the hand out a foot. This is really the king of postures for creating space through the sides of the body. Breathe well. Just feel arms stretching from your heart center. You can look up, but you don't have to. Draw the shoulder blades together. Maybe do some nice circles, maybe with that top arm. And then take a hand each side of the foot. Bend the knee. Step forward. Forward bend. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold deeper. Inhale brings us all the way up. Ready to do the other side. Standing at the front of your mat, check your hips are square to the front while you take the right leg back, keep them square to the front. Maybe walk the left foot out a bit, bend the left knee, knees over the ankle. Lengthen through the sides of the body. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. 3 nice deep breaths into your back bend, into the space of the heart. And you could prayer hands. Give the back of the neck a tickle. Or you can make a little shelf for your head, a little pillow for your head. Reaching up. Prayer hands, crown, brow, throat, heart. Breath of joy. Hands to the sacrum. Soften that front knee and lengthen. Nice flat tabletop back here. Just check your sacrum's nice and level. Bend the knee to come up. Choose what you're going to do with your arms. Might be nice, squeeze the shoulder blades together or just hands on hip. If you've got the prayer hands, see if you can get the base of the thumbs and the fingers together. Lengthen through the front of the body, straighten the leg, keep the knee soft but drop through the thigh and hinge forward. That might be enough. Or just working the left ribs, left inner thigh, chin towards the shin. Breathe well. Let gravity, the weight of your body and your breath ease you down. Think, where do you feel this? Push down with the front foot. Push the left hip back. Draw the right hip forward. Keep the hips squared off. Bend the front knee. Just take your hands each side of the front foot. Take a moment. Then walk our hands towards the right corner of the mat. Hang out there. Maybe walk the right foot back a bit. Maybe walk the left foot out. Warrior dog. Really pushing down with the hands, lengthening the spine. And start maybe to creep the left fingers forward. And you start to spin your chest and look towards the left. That should feel good. And then cat shape the back. Collarbone faces the floor. Getting to those hard to reach areas of the body. Breathe in between the shoulders. Well done. Take your hands to your hips. Big circle with that top arm. Warrior two. Breathe well. 3 breaths. Palm faces forward. Just rest your elbow on your side. Just ease that knee back a moment. Check it's not coming over the ankle. Palm comes up. Wrap the arm round. Bound warrior 2. Reach out, reverse your warrior. Keep that knee over the ankle. Breathe well. And then we'll keep this space through the left side of the body as you rest the left arm lightly. It's a gentler version of Parsvakonasana, side angle. So some will stay here, some will reach the arm up. And if the shoulder permits, you've got this lovely stretch from the outer right foot to the right fingers. Stay with the breath. You might even spin your ribs, your chest a little bit and look up towards the armpits. And appreciate how lovely it is to create space through the sides of the body. Keep the tummy firm. We can open, breathe in, breathe out. Just 2 more. Don't rest too heavy on that front thigh. There's a tendency to do that, isn't there? Come back, reverse your warrior. Straighten the front leg. And we reach towards the front. I've got this lovely length from the right hip to the left fingers. The knees fine, the shins fine, whatever your hand lands is fine. Roll the right hip back, roll the right shoulder back. Your wrapping round might be right. Nice deep breaths into the sides of the body. You should feel super open by now. We've done a lot of side bending. As you breathe in, root down and extend into the posture. As you breathe out, see if you can find length and soften. You might want to fold the arm over by the ear and come to that nice droopy one again if that's for you, making space. And even look down. Stretch into that shoulder. Just do whatever feels right for you. Well done. Take a hand each side of the front foot, bend the front knee. Step that back foot off, forward bend the knees, just hand them back. Take a few breaths to relax and let go. Lengthen your neck. Allow yourself to soften. Resting the ribs on the shelf of your thighs, breathing well here. So coming into hands and knees now. I'll do a little twist here. If it's thirsty work, this isn't gin I'm drinking, it's just water. How about taking a little bit of a twist? Your right knee behind your left. Take your toes out. Okay. Plant that right hand down, sort of a bit forward, off centre of the mat. And take a little look towards your left. Put your hand on your sacrum. Keep it nice and level. Spin your ribs, your chest, your shoulders. You should feel a little bit more open now. You've done a little bit of twisting. Might want to wrap the arm around and stay there. Some you can open up. Turn the pinky fingers towards the back of the head and create this space. Just as much opening up as feels right for you. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Breathe well. Well done. Float your hand down. So we're straight to the other side. Slide your left knee behind your right. Turn the toes out. Press down with the left hand. And take a little look the other way. Okay. Start to spin the ribs, adjust the heart. You might wrap the arm round or you might open up. For 5 breaths. Keep pushing down with that bottom hand to give you a bit of leverage here. It's a lovely stretch for the thoracic spine. A lovely twist for the thoracic spine. A lovely opening here. We can be quite tight here. come down. Have a little crawl to the back of your mat. So if you just want to round your back and rest in child, that's fine. Might be an option. Or you might come into puppy posture or posture of the heart. I've got my knees under my hips. I'm reaching my arms forward. I'm lifting my sitting bones up, forehead to the mat. Stretch under the armpits. Drop your chest towards the mat. Breathe well. Relax your forehead. Just enjoy the symmetrical posture, making space through both sides of the body. So what we were talking about last week, that quote from Charles Maxey, from The Boy, the Mole, the Fox and the Horse. Our greatest freedom is the way we react to things. So we're often unable to change the things around us or the way other people behave. However, we can change our perspective and practice looking at things from different angles, a bit like these side bends, and try to accept change and nurture the feelings, thoughts and actions that benefit us, and practice letting go of the negative stuff we don't need. So take a few more breaths. See if you can let go and drop a little bit deeper into the posture. Lifting your sitting bones high, dropping your chest. A nice stretch under the armpits. A lovely stretch from the fingers up to the shoulders back to the hips. Letting go. And then from here, come up nice and slowly into kneeling. Come and sit on your side and stretch your legs out in Dandasana. This is Dandasana, the staff pose. Okay. And just think about easing out our spine after a strong practice. Take your hands beside you. Where's the best way to sit? You're going to breathe in, lift your chest. Breathe out, round the back, tuck the chin in. And again, the in-breath. The out-breath. See, cat share, cat, sorry, I'm losing, forgetting what I'm saying, cat breaths. Cat cow, seated cat cow, the inhale and the exhale. Have your hands on your thighs if it helps. Extending the spine and rounding the back. Let's just do one more. Extending the spine and rounding the back. Let's go and hinge forward. A nice easy forward bend here. Keep the knees as soft as you like. Relax into the back body. Your right hand takes the outer left leg or ankle or foot. Your left arm comes on top. Create some space between the shoulders here. After this heart opening, back bending postures. Nice easy breaths. Relax your forehead, relax your jaw. Allow yourself to soften, not holding on to anything here. Doing really well. Forehead soft, jaw relaxed. Letting go. And slowly look up. And our left hand, slug it all the way up the outer right leg and reach the right arm up. And take the fingertips very lightly behind you. And take a simple down the twist towards the right. Breathe in nice and tall. Breathe out, draw the belly in. Nice straight legs. Think about breathing in energy up the spine. Breathing out, relaxing all the way back down. Breathing in, growing tall. Breathing out, letting go. And then stretch out your right arm. Take it across. Give yourself a nice big hug here. That might be where you stay, or you might eagle your arms. This is fine. Wasn't really trying. Lift the elbows high, make some space, breathe into the back body. And you could circle, you can have a rock and roll here, you can do whatever you like. Remember, keep the knees soft maybe bend them, maybe make some space between them here. We can get quite tight and stuck between the shoulders, don't we? Let's do a nice big in-breath. And retain the in-breath. And as you're at home, on the out-breath, you can just sigh the breath out. You can go, oh, big sigh. Just let go. The forward bend here. You can do whatever you like with the legs. You can keep the knees soft. You can straighten them. You can just hang there, round the back, flex the spine. Breathe in between the shoulders. Breathe out, soften into the low back. You might just rest your head in your hands, or still keep the eagle arms. Nice easy breaths here, just softening. After a strong practice, hello doggy. Letting go. Relaxing. Breathing into your low back, letting go, relaxing your low back. Breathing into your mid back, letting go, relaxing your mid back. Breathing in between the shoulders, letting go, relaxing the shoulders. Just slowly, slowly come up. And a big inhale, hands to your heart. Big breath of joy. Take your hands behind you. And come into a little back bend there. Take a few breaths there to lift your heart. Some of you will stay there. Some will come into a table and stretch it out. Hello, doggy. Hello. Come down. So other side, nice straight legs, nice straight spine. Hands on the, you can sit like this if you prefer. You can breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Just up, cat and cow. Some nice spinal undulations. That's super food for the spine. See if you feel a bit freer now. Good. Now hold the forward bend. This might be enough today, where you might just come forward and hang there. Round the back. And this time it's the left hand over, the right arm on top. Nice deep breaths into the space of the heart at the back. Letting go. And very slowly take your right hand all the way down to left outer leg. Take the left fingertips behind you. And take this simple downward twist with the breath. So you can come out a wee bit further with each breath. Imagine your belly, your ribs, your chest all revolving. And these are words by Lemise, letters by Lemise. You must trust. Trust in yourself that in the twists and turns you encounter in life, there's a larger plan for you. That those twists and turns will eventually unwind to a point in which you realise that it all had to happen that way. Come a little bit deeper. Well done. And then reach your arm out. Give yourself a big hug. And then you've got your left arm over your right, backs of the hands together or palms, or even make fists. We can soften the knees, we can bend them, we can do whatever you like, really. Yoga's all about what feels good for you. We'll play here, get into what I call the nitty gritty, all those tight areas. Some circles. And a big in-breath, breathing in and retain the in-breath. And then a big sigh to let everything go. Ah. Have a little wiggle there. Make a little pillow for your hands, whatever feels good. Knees bent or legs straight. And relaxing with the breath. And feel the breath moving in the back body, the front of the body and the sides of the ribs. Slowing down your breath. Slowing down the thoughts. Relaxing your brain. Allowing yourself to soften. Letting go here. Feeling grounded, supported by the earth. Come up nice and slow. You can stay there if you like. Give yourself a hug. Big inhaling up. Prayer hands, crown, brow, throat, heart. Breath of joy. This might be enough. Some of you will take another little table. Come all the way down. Take your feet apart. How slowly can you come to your mat? Keep your tummy nice and firm. Super slow. Just think what posture you want to do to finish with. You do windshield wipers, that's quite nice. Just easing it out. You can do a little twist. You can take the soles of the feet together. You can do nothing, that's always a good idea. Or I like a happy baby. Just sort of helps to ease out the back, ease out the hips. Draw your knees into your armpits. A little rock and roll here, if that feels good for you. Just stretch one leg up, one knee down. You come from side to side. Giving the back a little massage here. It's not a very elegant pose, but who cares? Nobody can see you at home. Well done. Take your feet to the mat and make yourself really comfortable for your last posture, the most important, Shavasana. So bring your attention to your tummy. Feel the breath here. The lift and the expansion of the in-breath and the softening of the out-breath. Slow, steady breath. Breathing in, tummy rising. Breathing out, tummy falling. Letting go. Releasing tension here. Tummy calm, relaxed. In your chest. When you breathe in, feel the expansion. Allow this openness, this expansion to create space in your heart. You can let go here. Releasing any tension, any restrictions, allowing you to breathe more easily, both physically and mentally. And allow this openness, this letting go to spread to your throat. to move around and up your neck, to the back of your head, the crown of your head, your scalp, your hair. Soften your forehead, your eyebrows, the space between your brows. Imagine gentle fingers soothing, massaging your brow centre, out to your temples, around your eyes. Relax and rest your eyelids. Rest your eyes in the darkness. Soften and let go through your nose, cheeks wide and smooth, lips and teeth relaxed, tongue soft in the mouth, jaw soft. Allow your shoulders, your upper, your mid, your lower back to release and sink into the mat. Let the earth hold you. Then there's nothing for you to do for now. Nothing to do for now. So you're very welcome to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. If you need to get up and do things, slowly bring yourself back now. Take a few deeper breaths to re-energize you, recharge you. A little stretch or a yawn, whatever you need to do. Do a full body stretch. Gently take your head from side to side. Might just draw your knees into your chest and do some little circles here. And in your own time, come onto your side. Put your hand down. Help yourself up to seated. And finish the practice. There's a big inhale up, Prana Mudra. Gather all the energy from the practice and bring it to your crown, your brow, your throat, your heart. Namaste. Om Shanti. Thank you so much for watching this video and practicing with me today. If you like my videos, there's plenty more on www.jillsyoga.org. Sorry, it's www.exeteryoga.org or on Jill's YouTube channel. Have a wonderful, wonderful week and enjoy the sunshine. Thank you.